everybody, Davey here from Daveys World Fishing. Today I'm going to talk about fishing lipless crankbaits, rattle trap style baits for spotted bay bass. Stay tuned. Now another great way to target spotted bay bass is with a lipless crankbait, rattle trap style baits. This happens to be a Savage Gear fat vibe. It's a hard bodied bait, no lip to it, and it's got a lot of cranking, swimming action. You can hear it's got a loud rattle inside as well. Now this doesn't get a lot of attention in the spotted bay bass community, and I don't know why, but it's very effective for these spotted bay bass, especially if you're in and around eelgrass. You might have saw my video on fishing chatterbait style baits. It's the same type of technique and same type of area. Now the area I'm in about 10 feet deep, and I've got about 2 feet of eelgrass down below the kayak here. So that means I can cast out and I got about 8 feet of water column, but you want to keep this thing right at or above that weed line down there. Those fish are hunkered down and they're going to ambush whatever happens to go by. Now the gear that I'm fishing here, I've got the X Series 7.3-to-1 by Okuma, and I got that thing paired up with the TCS Tournament Concept Series rod. That's that flip and punch and swim bait rod, 7'11" heavy action rod. It's that 15 to 65 pound test. Now actually fishing this bait is also very simple and very straightforward. It's going to be a long cast and pretty much a straight retrieve, a couple pauses in there, but this bait is really going to do all the work for you. So as I mentioned, I've got this nice big long flat. It's going to make nice long casts. These baits are pretty heavy, so you can get them out there pretty far. Let it sink out a little bit, and then basically a straight retrieve. Like that chatterbait, you're going to watch that tip of that rod actually twitch quite a bit and get quite a bit of movement. Now you know when you're in the zone, when you start hitting those weeds, and it'll deaden. When that happens, just kind of rip your bait through there and it'll get those weeds off of there. Sometimes they'll stick, but a lot of times they'll pull right on through there. Pause that bait, let it sink back down, and just start that retrieve again. So long casts, get it down into the zone, let it sink out, and then just start making a straight retrieve. This happens to be a fire tiger pattern bait, which is very bright, great bait for just about all fish species, bass, saltwater bass, trout, everything. But on these rattle trap style baits, long cast, get it out into the zone you want to be in. As I said, I'm in about 10 feet deep. Actually, I'm right about at high tide today, so not a lot of water movement. Let that bait sink out. These fat vibes actually swim their day down, so a lot of times you're going to get bit right on the sink. And then just a nice straight retrieve. You're going to watch that rattle, the tip of the rod there. It's going to go back and forth. It's going to do a lot of twitching. Pause that bait, let it sink a little bit. You can rip it, give it some speed, let it sink. Give it a couple rips, let it sink, and just let it get down to the bottom there again. Very effective bait. These things are awesome. Like I said, they don't get a ton of looks in the spotty community, but in areas like this, they're really good. Hoping to get one on camera, but you just never know. So long cast, let it sink, and just a nice straight retrieve. Now I happen to have this thing spooled up here with 30-pound braid, and I've got a 15-pound fluorocarbon top shut on it. You don't need a ton of heavy gear working these spotted bay bass. You know, a real big one is an 18-incher. That's a good fish. They're about 2 pounds. But these things fight hard. They want to get you down in the structure, and they definitely want to break you off. So you want to have the right gear. And this is a very good one if you happen to be new to fishing and you're looking for something that can get you a lot of action. Those rattle bait style baits, rattle trap style baits are very effective. Let that thing get down towards the bottom. This one I'm going to let all the way to the bottom, so I'm going to watch it sink down. As soon as I get that slack in the line, I'm going to start that retrieve. Speed up, slow down, let it sink. Let that slack drop back down to the water's edge there. Start that retrieve. Give it a good 6-8 cranks. Let it sink back. Oh, there's a biter. Oh, it just came off. Let it sink back down into those weeds. So anyway, that's what we're doing out here for spotted bay bass with the rattle trap style bait. These are the lipless crankbaits. You can see I got a little bit of weed on the bottom. That means I'm right down in the correct zone. But I appreciate y'all checking in. Do me a favor, hit that like button down below and subscribe to Daveys World Fishing in that right-hand corner. See you out on the water.